Am I the butthole for keeping my promise of training her kids like dogs if / when my cousin dumps them on me? I'm sorry if the title isn't accurate, I can't think of another description to describe the training. My cousin Amy, 25 female, has 6 male twins and has a nasty habit of dumping them onto relatives to babysit for the entire day without any warning or regard for their time. I, 27 female, have a very strained relationship with her, but because my mom's side of the family demands that we all remain close-knit, so I have no choice to tolerate her. When she initially gave birth to them, she teased me that I'll have to take on babysitting duty from now on. I'm no good with kids, so I remarked to her that if I ever have them, I'll train them, not babysit. She brushed me off. The kids now are hella destructive and loud. Pulling out stuffing inside furniture, holes inside walls, smashing anything glass and porcelain, screaming louder than a fire alarm, you name it. When it was my first turn to deal with them, I immediately walked with them to the store and grabbed the biggest bag of M&Ms I could find and trained them so that every time they follow my orders and behave, they get one. If they misbehave, I get one. Soon enough, every time the kids were dumped on me, they went with my guidelines and behaved. Whenever I say sit, they sit at the table. When I say stay, they don't leave that spot, etc. 2 days ago there was a party planned with the whole extended family. I know, pandemic. Didn't want to, but mom insisted, and I grabbed the M&Ms since the twins were there. Arrived, twins were being so destructive, an entire tray of food was spilled, that all the adults had enough and yelled at Amy to control them. She vomited the same excuse of them just being kids and they'll grow out of it eventually. I shouted the twins' names and shook my M&M bag. They came running over to me and I popped 6 pieces into my mouth for their misbehavior. I told them to go clean up the mess or no candy all night. They do so. Halfway through the party, every time something similar came up or they just weren't behaving, I was the one able to calm them down. When Amy saw what I was doing, she got angry and started yelling at me about how her children aren't animals and that I shouldn't be giving them so much candy anyway. I told her that I'm their aunt, not their parent. Why am I the one disciplining them? Isn't that her job? She screamed the same argument at me, and since she's their mother, to stop giving them candy. One of the twins overheard and went ape crap. Dashed straight into the kitchen and started shattering anything they can get his hands on, shouting over and over that he wants candy. His twin joined him soon after. I repeated that she's their mother, and just sat in the living room watching it all unfold. At the end, Amy blamed me for them turning out this way. The other relative she dumped them on, a majority, disagreed, but when I told a friend about the situation, he told me that the training I did can really F up the kids mentally later in life. So, am I the butthole? NTA, this is hilarious. You're just saying what everyone else is thinking, laughing my butt off. Dang, this comment blew up. Thanks for the upvote, guys, adding, thanks for the awards, guys. This is an episode from Big Bang Theory when Sheldon used Skinner's theory of behavioral modification on Penny. Best episode. My favorite is the one where Sheldon and Amy break up and Sheldon gets all of the cats. I keep hoping to find someone in the park giving away a cat and $20. Best part of that episode is when Sheldon's mom uses some very basic reverse psychology on him, then gets all smug. I haven't watched it for a while. Was Sheldon's mom actually in butthole, or is that just my warped memory? She was uber religious but overall nice. Leonard's mother was the butthole one. She got along really well with Sheldon. Thanks, I was confusing her with Leonard's mom. Southern Baptist lady who loved her son, no matter how wacky he got, and got along with the rest of the crew, providing a few with a maternal influence they didn't really have as kids. She never really got mean or mad, just voiced her disagreement and disappointment with them, and then shut up unless they asked for advice. She was generally good-hearted, but could be quite racist. It was always portrayed as an act of ignorance rather than anything malicious, so it was usually tolerated. Though there was an episode where Leonard did try to educate her about some of the terms she used. She took it well, but then would say something else equally offensive. He finally said he'd make her a list of things not to say. Bro, the Einstein approximation slaps. Especially the ball pit scene. As a kid who's special, as the security guard puts it, I LOL-ed hard through that episode. Bazinga. Agreed. Though the last couple of seasons didn't seem to have the same witty dialogue as earlier seasons. Chocolate? Right. I laughed out loud at the thought of her shaking the bag of M&Ms at them. They run over and she eats 6. I'm taking notes for my own kids' NTA. Let's be real, kids are basically animals for the first few years, anyway. This is a brilliant idea. Source: have been stuck inside with my 2 kids since March, and this is sounding better and better the more I think about it. My daughter just started crawling. She crawled for the first time because I was holding snacks and she wanted her puffs. Babies are just puppies laughing my butt off. My daughter took her first steps in pursuit of refried beans. My daughter walked for an Oreo. We used mini Oreos to potty train toddlers at the daycare and preschool I used to work at. Edit. It's so strange. I initially made my own comment saying the same thing and got downvoted to heck. But I responded here and got upvoted. Reddit is truly fascinating. It is truly a fickle beast. I really laughed out loud at this. My now 2-year-old started walking because she really wanted black beans. Anytime we get a kid's chicken burrito bowl, beans are the first to go. Great opportunity to sit her on the potty chair after. My older daughter trained my son to turn in a circle like a dog for puffs. My husband didn't know what was going on when he got out the puffs and our son started turning in circles, lol. I can just picture that scene and I am cackling laughing my butt off. Edit. Thanks to everyone for the cake day wishes. God, my niece loved puffs. She used to go crazy for them. Then she started sharing with the dog and if we shook the puff bottle they would both come running. She's since traded her puff addiction for chicken and biscuit crackers and Pringles. The dog is also pleased. To be honest, I am still a puppy. 100%, food motivated. Nephew walked for a piece of fajita meat the first time, at a birthday party. Got up, and made it halfway across the room, then got up again. Lamau. Dogs have the mental capacity on par with a 2.5-year-old, breed dependent, but training techniques that work with dogs often work with kids, and some adults. My dog trainer might have written up a blog post on how she used operant conditioning and shaping to teach her 3-year-old to ride the rollerboard on the scooter. I did that with my little cousin when she was 2 or 3 after learning this fact. Worked like a charm. I got yelled at. Would totally do it again. I read an article about a marine biologist who used dolphin training methods on her husband. And it worked. Do you mean hand jobs before every significant interaction? I had to go look that up. It's interesting. I've often compared teaching my kids to teaching dogs. Never thought of using the same techniques on hubby though. NTA. This is kind of funny. She's not a good parent for not discipling them herself. You told her they would be trained. They were. At least they have a system for discipline. Lol, in the education field we call this extrinsic motivators. Teachers do this all the time in a more subtle, less obvious way, i.e. without candy. Side note, honestly sounds like the kids need therapy. Amy is neglecting her children and that's a form of abuse. NTA. Edit. Updated language. Edit. To clarify, all schools and administrators are different. In the school I was at, unfortunately, they didn't approve of rewards. I was scolded for it during an observation. I was then told by my teaching mentor that I had to be subtle about it because the APs hated it and will give you a bad review for it. If you have a principal who doesn't care or approves of it, that's great. I'm jealous of you and the support you have. I wish I had that as a first-year teacher. Just call it rewarding good behavior instead of punishing bad behavior, and now it sounds better. Lol. I had to design a lesson plan for psych and it revolved around giving adults stickers. I think it's top-notch. Do good get good stuff? Edit. I was unspecific. Lol. Yeah, it's the basic reward system instead of punishing, which, while not as effective as teaching kids to do things for themselves, is more effective than yelling at them, which can cause lifelong issues. Word. I'll do anything for a sticker. Especially a holographic glittery sticker. Or a scratch and tilde sniff. Or one of those awesome Lisa Frank stickers from the 80s, or 90s. Heck yeah. Lisa Frank is the bomb. I'm a 36-year-old man and I'll do almost anything for a dang sticker. I might have just ordered stickers of my own damned art just to have holographic shiny stickers when I want them. I can justify it as a business expense, checking the print quality to my husband lol. Same. Seriously, I teach freshmen who are super into trying to prove how cool they are, and how much they don't care about what adults think about them. I break out my awesome job. And you are a star. Stamps, and suddenly they are looking at me like I shot an arrow into their heart because I didn't put a stamp on their journal entry. Guess who works harder on the next journal entry to write at least 4 sentences? All of those too cool for the teacher freshman. A coworker tried to say her 6th grade English students were too old for sticker rewards. I had to cover her class for a while, and I brought the stickers I gave out to the kindergartens I was teaching. Those kids were so well behaved when they learned that they started with 3 stars next to their name. She had it where if they lost all their stars, she'd talk to their parents. I changed it. Every time they talked back or refused to participate, I'd take a star away. However many stars left was how many stickers they got to pick at the end of the class. They were so well behaved for me that week, and subsequently learned a lot more, that they couldn't wait for me to teach them when their normal teacher was gone, and the first day she was back they cried because no stickers. She eventually adopted it with all students, even her high school cram school kids. Everyone loves stickers. For real. Yes, they could go to Daiso and buy their own stickers, sure, but to earn them was like the best thing ever. TLDR stickers. Always have a plethora of stickers in hand. Edit. I've even given stickers to kids at the grocery store when they say hello and talk to me, because most of the time they're too shy to use their English. I'm in Japan, so it makes more sense lol. So I give them a sticker with good job on it in English and ask if they can read it. Parents effing love it too because the kids get a confidence boost and a chance to show off their English skills. Daiso is the best. I have tons of stickers and stamps from there. In Korea we also have Art Box, they have great stuff too. When I was doing AP, if I got a sticker it was a good day. It's not embarrassing like getting a compliment can be because it's just a sticker and no one has to see it if you don't want them to, but also it's a reward and it's fun. Also it gets around any anti-food rule schools may have, so honestly stickers are just the best. Although now doing college classes every time I get a good job, I freak because I'm so happy. One time I got your explanations were exactly what I was looking for. Positive reinforcement is the best motivator emo. I got told you are a beautiful writer on a paper today and I've been in a great mood since. That's a great compliment. Especially considering how many papers professors and teachers see. And suddenly they are looking at me like I shot an arrow into their heart because I didn't put a stamp on their journal entry. There is something strangely adorable and heartwarming about that. Lol, I stamp my warm-ups with 11th graders and I love the Ms. Jenny you forgot my warm-up. I need the stamp. Which usually is no, I didn't forget. You didn't have it done when I came around. I'm in my last year of HS and we usually get treated like adults by our teachers because my school has a very strict self-education rule. When my English teacher pulled out the candy rewards, my class went ape crap. It was the best day. I didn't have candy rewards in years. Hell, my college students are thrilled to be fed. Before the plague, I'd bring in donuts or candy sometimes. They are hungry humans. With my graduating seniors, or graduate students, I'd take them out and buy a round of drinks after the last class. It was fun. My mom was a primary school teacher and she'd ask me to help mark spelling and such, and I would draw in the books. The kids went nuts for it. I created a monster because I'd have to spend hours drawing, or they'd be heartbroken. Yeah, these kids are not going to be harmed by you training them with M and Ms. If anything, it should show their mom they are apparently able to control themselves. You do you. It's very smart and also hilarious. Also, I think you just might be their favorite aunt lol. Go girl. Now that I think about it, that's probably why she kept dumping them on me after the first time. I don't even know if they get candy outside seeing me. Give her a choice, M&M's method, or you call CPS the next time she leaves them with you with little/no warning. For abandonment. Here's a tip. Toddlers are developmentally the same as dogs. Dog tricks work with them because it's like trying wrangle a puppy. You do you, boo. How dare you? Children are not dogs. said as I feed my child, then wait 20 minutes to change her diaper. Then feed my puppy and wait 20 minutes to take him for a walk. They are not the same at all. Give squeaky toy to puppy. They are completely different creatures. Gives different squeaky toy to toddler. Oh damn, I gave the baby the dog's squeaky toy. Ah well, they're both happy. It's fine. You mean the dog and the toddler don't just take each other's toys? They've been trained to share. This is the best thing I've read so far other than the story above. I'd swap to stickers or something non-food related over candy, because your friend is right in that you don't want these 6-year-olds to associate sweets with rewards and grow up associating overeating with love/affection. Bribery is how you get little kids to do things, so the concept isn't a bad idea. I mean, then she'd lose a bit of the leverage she gets by eating the M&Ms each time they misbehave. Eat the stickers, total power move. Op can give those challenges too. For example, I wonder if you could have your homework finished by the time that I have finished taking a shower. Works like a charm. Tell her you aren't treating them as animals and your style of teaching is called positive reinforcement conditioning. The actual term of this psychological training. Which works on animals but also does on kids, and even adults like to be rewarded, like if you do a good job at work and get a pay raise. Same reasoning. Got to get that high value treat. You should double down and get a clicker. It's actually super fun to try to guess what the person with it is trying to train you to do, and I bet the kids will love it. Also, as long as you don't try to reinforce good behavior they already enjoy doing, like if you see they like reading or they always eat everything on their plate, thus teaching them to expect a reward for them and chipping away at the original motivation, then there's absolutely no harm done by conditioning them to do what you want them to. At that age they probably do best when they see immediate consequences to their actions anyways. Definitely not the butthole. After this she may not leave them with you after this. It's a terrible thing for the kids, but I don't see the downside for the aunt. NTA. If Amy doesn't like you treating them like animals, maybe she should have come up with a better parenting strategy than just dumping them on other family members. They sound destructively out of control. Too bad you're the only one who has come up with a solution. This story is kind of cute, but below the surface, what her sister is doing to her is absolute crap. Lock the door and do not let these kids in. It's not okay that they are getting left to her care. It's horrible that her sister had kids and thought sister would care for them. I don't care what mom says, I would move away from these people. Cousin, not sister. If Amy doesn't like her kids being treated like animals, maybe she shouldn't have raised them to act like animals. From what I'm gathering from original post, it's less raising them to act like animals and more not raising them at all. Potato, tomato. NTA. You should try clicker training, which would eventually remove the candy, much better for their health. And seeing as they are such high energy, consider agility training. Fun for all involved. Web link. I'm dying. This is awesome. Holy F, this would be amazing. This story is hilarious. Original post, not the butthole. Have you seen House MD? Yes, loved the early seasons. I presume he tried training some of his students? His girlfriend's kid, and it worked. It's in the second to last season. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.